Greetings, dear ones. Again, sounds of Isha, instrumental, played live. I've been listening to this soothing music for many years now. So we live the spiritual life, but life is not just spiritual. Life is not only about spirituality and gods and realizing the self and self-realization and moksha and all that. Yeah, that is all there, but we know practically life is not about that, because there are so many things in life that we deal with every day, day-to-day life. And without the completion of those things, you can see how difficult it is to even walk the path. You might be having a lot of desire to walk the path, to move towards that, free yourself. Might be dreaming so many things, but you're stuck up in this world. Maybe sometimes you have not made these decisions, but these decisions just occurred to you, like your birth occurred to you. In so and so family, you might have never fathomed it. So it is a byproduct of what we call as karmas, that we are literally thrown, I use the word thrown, into this earth, into so and so situations. And by the time we have a realization of who we are, what is the purpose of life, where are we heading and all that, then we find ourselves stuck in so many zones, so many things. Then we slowly become aware of all our incompletions, all the pending things, all the unresolved issues, so many things. And then comes a feeling of stuckness, feeling stuck, sometimes feeling helpless, because you desperately want now, because now you have the clarity to walk on the path and go there, but you are bound by so many things. It might be even relationships, familial environments, and lots of other things. The tie-ups both in the spiritual as well as the worldly life that we are having. So most of the time I've seen with the people I encounter, the seekers I encounter, there is a desperate need, there is a very keen interest, but something binds them. The lack. That's bondage. That's what we call as bondage. We are bonded by so many things. But I certainly do believe that it's possible still, even in that bondage, to free yourself, because it's not about getting out of that situation or circumstances, or just hoping for a new circumstance and cursing your old circumstances, or feeling helpless that there is nothing else to do now and feeling stuck. I strongly believe there is a way out. It is all about inner freedom first. Inner freedom inside, the inner freedom leads to the outer freedom. It all begins from inside. So the path that I walk on, the pathless path of awareness, because awareness is pathless. Consciousness has no direction, no path, no way, no rules and regulation. I am a thorough fan of Devi Kalotra. If you are a deep seeker of self-realization, you must read and meditate on Devi Kalotra and imbibe that, because this is coming from the highest source, coming from the Shiva Tattva, Nirguna Nirakara, to all those who are ready to listen to it. It's a beautiful dialogue between Lord Shiva and Parvati, very symbolic, but deep secrets are revealed. You get out of the stuckness once you come to know that you are bounded by your own belief systems. Nobody has bounded you. It looks like you have been bound by people and places and things and situations, but it's not true. It is just a conditioning, deep conditioning, a rigid pattern, a strong belief that has been sowed and developed or grown into a huge tree by society and people of your own who are not awakened. Society or people of your own, human beings that are not awakened, they will always give you the training of who you are not. Right from the time you are born, you are given Nama Rupa. You are told lies that you are this, whereas now you know your Swarupa is different. So it is unconditioning right from childhood. And of course, the previous patterns of previous lifetime carry forward, that also is there, and then this additional. So it is not easy until you have awareness, until your viveka sharpens. Very, very difficult. You do any kind of tapas, any kind of sadhana, any kind of meditation practices, rigorous things, and that you can't do. First of all, let's be very practical. You can't do rigorous tapas, because now we are only saying we are stuck in so many situations that we are simply not able to have our interest fulfilled. Forget tapas and all those things. So that's another thing. But I'm saying, even if you get an opportunity to do it, first of all, you will not be able to do it. But even if you do it, still you will see the stuckness is very rigid because of the ahambhav, the deha bhav which is there. This feeling of this consciousness, this body consciousness is what keeps us stuck. So there are multiple things in the bija, in the seed formats lying in the subtle realms of our subconscious. To uproot that, to bring that to the front, first you need courage, you need readiness, and you need grace. Grace, I have always told, is your alignment with the truth. When you align with the truth, grace flows. Whichever medium you align through the truth, grace flows. So once these three things are there, then things open up. Everything open up from within. And then you can simply work in courage. All that you have to do is not do certain things. You just have to bring your state of consciousness and mind to a certain level, and that comes only with the practice, rigorous practice, or regular practice, I call it, not rigorous. Consistent practice of this awareness, where you move into that zone of 24/7 living in awareness. It's a freeness. It's a freedom. So internally you are free. Though you are bound by all the karmic patterns, though you are bound by vasanas, though you are bound by all these tendencies, you are bound by responsibilities, bound by so many conditions, so many strings attached, still you can be free. That is called Jivanamukta state. See, we first aim towards that. What we are trying to learn here and share on these platforms is to come to that state, because this is affordable to everybody. This is achievable to everybody, because it doesn't need a certain kind of time where you have to take 1 hour out, 2 hour out, and then do this, do that. Sometimes, most of the time, most of the time I know people don't have interest in doing that. You don't feel like, but you are doing it either out of greed or fear. Greed, that you want something, desires, so papad belne padenge, keep doing it. Otherwise you're scared. If I don't do it, what will happen? Some dosha will come, some harm will come, some problem will come. This is all your helplessness coming because you have not opened up these facts. This is not true. It is not true. And this bhakti, or the path, walking the path based on this greed and fear, is the most dangerous, because it will never take you anywhere. You become simply slaves, because the viveka is absent, and you just follow instructions. And you don't know what are that for also, whether it is meant for you or for somebody else benefit. You don't know. So you're just following. You don't have any interest of your own. You don't have any idea of your own. You don't have clarity of your own. However, the practices of this awareness opens up your jnana chakshus, and jnana chakshu, if it opens, this nobody will tell you. Because the control goes. Then what to do? If you become independent, if you become free, what is the point? And here we are talking about freedom, not clinging to anything. Here also I tell on this platform, shifting into awareness, you make up your mind from start only. You are not going to cling here forever. Be here for a certain time, understand, get it deeply, practice it, develop, open your inner vision, and then stand up. When that happens spontaneously, naturally, you're not doing anything. When that awakens within you and you see in clarity, stand up and walk alone. You're free then. That state should come, then it's a spiritual path. If you are not getting free even after a whole life doing this and doing that, what's the point? The whole purpose of spirituality is to free you and not bound you. So forget about the others, because we do not know the agenda of the world. I'm talking about my own agenda. What do I know about myself? How much can I tune into myself? How much can I free myself from within with these simple yet powerful practices. And when you free from within, you blossom from within. You simply blossom from within. And that blossoming is your cheerfulness, prasanna chitta. And then that happiness leads to contentment. All your desires will start vanishing, evaporating, because you are contented. And once you know the truth of life, you start developing a sahaj vairagya. Very spontaneously, gradually it happens. You don't have to force yourself through anything. But for that, there are some things to be done. So usually I work mostly in the white light area. That's the from the self, in the being, not doing stuff. I am 100% oriented to that. But when I work with people, I see them they're still not ready to understand the self, or what Lord Shiva is telling about Nirlamba Yoga in Devi Kalotra, that you have to be let loose of everything, all philosophies, people, places, things, concepts, chakras, meditation, yantra, tantra, mantra, everything, including meditation. This is very difficult to understand. So that I understand that point. So I'm mixing now the white light and the green light. Green light is we work from the ego point. So white light is completely non-doing. It's just becoming aware of your awareness. You are that conscious. And from that, you just work. Your viveka is fully active. There's no doing there. It's a totally surrendered path to the flow. So that might be difficult. But to come to that state, you might need to do a lot, because the mind and ego is involved. So that is called the green light area, mind and ego. There the achiever is there, the doer is there, the go-getter is there, the meditator is there, do this, do that is there. So I take responsibility, I do it, it's all me that is creating, it's only me, no divine will, only free will, only free will. That's a hardcore ego based consciousness, but that is what the maximum world is in. So I understand that transition. So I'm dealing with the transition most of the time when I see. So it's very interesting. So I thought I'll mix a little bit of the green light area also. That is what tomorrow's program of Reset Your Life is all about, where we are dissolving certain things, but not in the doing, still using awareness only, but a little bit of the mind work is there, where like cutting cords, cutting off the strings with where you are attached, whom you are attached, all those things that are psychically connected to you, drain your energy, somebody sucking your life force all the time through the thought patterns or all uncleared patterns of the past, guilt and fear from so many years carried on, all buried within the self, so much of clutter, all gathered false knowledge of the samsara, all that we gather from so many concepts, so many theories. You open the internet, it's flooded with everything, and every time you're exposed panchendriyas. If you don't have viveka, then you are hypnotized. Our programs here are to de-hypnotize most of the time. It's very challenging to de-hypnotize. Very easy to get hypnotized, very difficult to get de-hypnotized. But until you get de-hypnotized from all the catches, the sukshma cords that is attached to you from so many people, institutions, things, philosophies, and then energies of people, the psychic this, and your karmic ties with them, and so many. So to unwind from them, one is you sit healing and fighting yourself and struggling to get out of it by doing so many things, doing. The other is you go straight to the roots. So if you see, this platform all talks only about the roots, going to the roots, working on the seed. It's all on the seed, completely. Hey, sorry, got carried away. So all these cords that we are connected with, so many things attached psychically, so many expectations from the world, and the gathering of all this knowledge, false knowledge of what I am and not, and how to live in this world, how to live in survival, how to struggle, how to compete. It's all about this. So all these to wash out, And so many, you have to do this, you have to condition sport, and if you don't do this, this will happen, that, and tens of different things to do to even become a spiritual person. Too suffocating for me, and I see people suffocated. So many who are suffocated come. So first, we don't go by that. It's not the systems. This we can see the world is fulfilling itself in so many ways. It's about why am I getting stuck in these things. It is because I am somewhere feeling helpless, and I can't see the roots, I can't see the seed from where all this problem is coming. So the moment we work on the seed level, you'll see releases happening very spontaneously, effortlessly. By just sitting in the being, these things happen. That is what this program is about. Last month we did it, but I am repeatedly doing it. So we are not expecting too big people, crowd and all. But I said some people wanted it. They found it good. And the best part is I found it very good. Because our work is that way. While teaching, we have become students. We learn from our own stuff and the whole thing that goes. I learned a lot. I reset my life a lot. Many of my friends are saying the changes that's coming. So I said, wow, this is powerful. So I said, okay, let's do it again. It will be good for me also, because I want to reset many things, which you don't know the kind of struggles I had in past 2-3 years to dehypnotize myself from so many things. Oh, it was tremendous, painful to get out of all these cords that are connected in so many ways and to become free from this net. This only is a Mayaja. So it has taken a lot of time. So I am just sharing my 3 years of experience in very simple way. You don't have to go through all that. But when I understand the root, why that root? Why did I have to cling to something? It comes from there. So if you clear that why, then you don't have to cling. Otherwise, you will keep clinging from one branch to the other. If this breaks, they will go there. You'll have hundreds of things that you're connected to. So we are working on the bija, on the seed level. So if this interests you, if you feel you want to have a white, clean slate, you wipe out everything and just keep resetting. If you learn this, that's enough. You do it then. I recommend that you learn and do it for at least 1 month. You'll see tremendous transformation happening with you. I have used all these things. So you identify things that don't serve your life anymore. You identify all the extra carrying baggages that are there. And then all these guilds and karmic contracts that you have with so many people, places, things. You clear off all that so in step by step we will be doing multiple processes there. You can learn it and you can use it in your life, and then we place, once you clean the slate, we place the new seeds, or you see the new seeds which are already there. You don't need to place also there. It's there, it's waiting for thriving, but due to the weeds it cannot grow. So you remove the weeds, you become aware of the seeds that is there. That is your life purpose, which is already there. And then what you do is you just nourish it. And there I'll be tomorrow teaching these hidden secrets of these, not secrets and all, but hidden things of creation, manifestations and the law of attraction and all that. There are some principles which is not still fine-tuned. If you get that, you can very spontaneously, very easily also just become aware and get those things nourished properly, whichever is there. So it moves you ultimately towards the new freedom, the new you. It helps you live in the present completely and completely free, neutral and liberated. You can live very happily. Shishya Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. Prakriti is like this. See the timing, everything. It gives the right messages, right? Everything is synchronized properly. This is life. And when you notice this life that is synchronized, you enjoy the journey. And you go through this journey very easily and you walk towards your freedom. You're seeing freedom there, but You don't have to struggle. You be with whichever state you are, however you are, in total acceptance. You embrace and you walk the path in freedom. Most welcome tomorrow. See you all. Much divine love and light to all of you. Stay blessed.